What is going on, everybody? Skillagin here, back with another Destiny video, and in today's video it's going to be another VOD review for a friend of mine known as Vital Revive. So yeah, not much to say. This is a better player than the last video, so I'm going to be more harsh on him this one. So hopefully you can just see kind of what he does right, what he does wrong. Obviously, at this point, people know what a VOD review is. If they don't, it's just somebody reviewing your gameplay. If you want to get your own VOD review, you could submit it to me at koachingreviews@gmail.com. Alright. So, as we can see right now, he's queuing up for Rumble. I muted it right now because he's playing music. So, okay. I know while he's flying in, he does show his loadout, and he's running Thornbender. Whoops. Let's just go into it. Okay, right now, being AFK at the beginning of the match, not very good. Another thing, when you're in Rumble on Twilight Gap, someone spawns directly to your left on this, or your right on the spawn. So being AFK in this spawn in particular is not a very good idea, but I don't think he's doing it on purpose, so not much you can really do. But a big thing about playing Rumble, knowing spawns, knowing loadouts. Something I noticed when I was watching through the beginning of this gameplay on my own time, he did not check anybody's loadouts in this it's supposed to say enemy team, no, that he's facing, and that is not a good idea. Why? Because you do not want to be surprised if somebody is running a Telesto or something, and they just sprayed at a door, and you'll just feed them a free kill. That's not the best idea. Okay, right away you saw someone jump up mid. Okay, so you know that there are 2 fusions in 1 shotgun, or 2 autos, 1 shotgun. Checked radar, wasn't there. Okay, so now you know that there's 1 person playing aggressive underneath you. Actually, no, the whole fight's going on underneath you. So there are a couple options that you can take. It's rather you can stay up here, or you can drop down this way where your nade was, because they're just going to see the nade and think, okay, I'm not going to push there. So it'll be okay to challenge it with your primary. You can go down to the left area here, which is the little drop down corridor. But that's a little bit more risky because it's closer to them. They have more line of sights on you. It's harder to get out as well. Whoa. Okay, right there. You heard a Cerberus. What does that mean? Very good close range. You're probably going to push this because you already have your shotgun out. But very easily can you lose this fight. If you miss your shotty shot, if it whiffs, you are dead to a Cerberus at this range, 100%. Yep, shoddy whiffs. He missed his shots. You got very, very lucky there. If that was a more competent player or Cerberus, you were dead. Dropping down when you're weak is fine. That's unlucky that he caught up to you. Alright, scrolling through, seeing where everybody is, it's a good idea. Hearing a lot of fights on B or top mid. You know this. Saw the Arbalist. You saw the Arbalist before you turned the corner. You didn't have to wait for the charge. I'm gonna wait. Right here. Once you see that shine, that's Arbalist. Why do you know that? Because if I'm not mistaken, no other weapon in the game shines like that. Like, I might be wrong, but from what I've noticed, shotguns go white, snipers go red, and Arbalist glows it's like an orangish yellow. So right as you saw that, you should have known, oh shit, that's an Arbalist. Once you saw the Arbalist, you gotta make your move. Are you gonna push him? Are you gonna play cover? Most likely you're just gonna ape him, honestly, because he's not really looking at you. But yeah, let's see. Okay, you dodged way too late there, honestly. And dodging into him is how you give him a headshot. Because you have to think about it. When you're dodging forward to someone, you're rolling forward. So your head is going towards them. Right? There's little things like that. Like, even though you're running bottom tree, which gives you the damage resistance, you're still not going to tank an Arbalist shot. I don't think. Because what Arbalest does, what, 450? Yeah, you barely tank an Arbalest shot. So maybe that was a headshot. I don't know. But that was unnecessarily risky. Now you're in this fight without your dodge. But that's just nature of the situation. So right now, he's probably just going to melee you. So you have to hit your shot right here. So you have to be ready for it, right? It's coming out. You were, that's unlucky. Your shotty whiff. Alright, so now you know, like usual, there's a lot of congestion in party room. So honestly, play your primary, go to party room. You could play heavy as well. Okay, so you're not going to play heavy. That's okay, but even if you're not using heavy, it's still good to pick it up for the reason that if somebody kills you with heavy, they're getting less than if they pick it up off the wall. Because the worst thing you want is somebody who's in, okay, let's say phase noob. Okay, he manages to get to that heavy and has an LMG. He can just roll the lobby with an LMG. So even if you're not going to use it, still pick it up. Like obviously there are some Rumble lobbies where there's a mutual agreement to not pick up heavy, but from what I've seen, this isn't a top tier Rumble lobby full of actual good players. So I would just say just pick up the heavy. If you want in your spare time, you could even burn the heavy. Like if you're just sitting in a corner reading it, you can just like use heavy swings. Nice shotty, hurt someone behind you. Nice, good double. So that's a storm nade. Do not push that. There's a guy at bottom party room. He is... Yep, there's the heavy. So that should be 3 shots. You could have avoided this if you die. Okay, he's 2. If he missed 2 and drops heavy. Thorn shot's okay. Whoa. A little bit overcommittal on the kill, but it's okay. You're down. Okay, you're on a 5 right now. Honestly, not bad. Again, you should have picked up the heavy just to have it. One guy's off to your right. Yep, okay. Just take the melee. The other guy killed the other guy, so you're cool. Actually, when heavy's on the floor like that, what you're doing right now, you might not know it, but it's actually a really good play. Because what you're doing, right, is you are baiting people into the heavy so that more people will like run towards it. Because no matter where you are on the map, you can see heavy. And you can see a timer on heavy. And especially in lower level lobbies, people will just rush to the heavy. Because most people, good or not, understand how strong heavy ammo is. And that's a really good thing. So what you can do is that you can force people to funnel into you by keeping heavy on the ground. But that's a very niche situation. So now it's gone, so heavy's not going to be up for another while. You're hearing fighting on C. At least 3 people there. 2 of them are dead. Another 2. That Arbalest shot was going nowhere. Very bad reload. A player of your caliber should not be reloading in the middle of a fight. You saw him, he was pink, so you shouldn't have missed him. He slid through a doorway, and you started a reload. If he was a decent player, you were dead. Oh, he's pink because of an overshield. Even worse. Okay, luckily that guy saved you. Alright. That guy, I don't know what he was doing with his primary out. But not complaining. This is a fight you lose. Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, even... It's fair. It's fine to take that engagement, but it's also good to know when you have to disengage. If you start missing all those shots like that, honestly, just dip. Like, there's no harm in dipping. That's just unfortunate. He was already dead. That's why he's at 0 light. Postmortems are just a thing with peer-to-peer. It's unfortunate. Nothing you can do, though. You heard the Arbalest shot. They traded. Sniper on the catwalk. So it's either you do not jump up or you don't challenge. Another thing I'm noticing, why are you saving your super? Like, in Rumble, the person who gets their super first usually wins the game. Why? Supers are very strong in Rumble. People don't have the ability to just drop what they're doing and hide from a super. In sixes, people will just hide. People will just run to their team. Because 6 people shooting at you, you're most likely gonna die. but not most likely people aren't going to be shooting the arc strider, dodging around the map with his damage resistance. So do not save supers in Rumble. That is how you throw the game. Because getting started on a second super is more important than saving it for a possible shutdown. Nice shutdown on the Antaeus. So yeah, also that's a huge thing to know now, that one of them does have Antaeus. What does that mean? You can't just slide corners anymore. Also, what the hell is that purple thing up there? It might be a grenade. Might be a rocket. Looks like a rocket, actually. No, it can't be because heavy's still up. But that's unfortunate on the pellets. But just you have to keep in mind of these things at all times in Rumble. What players are using, what people are switching to. That's actually huge. You're lucky that that guy killed the shoulder charge. I mean, I'm not mad at the shoddy ape there. There's the super. So yeah, you could have, if you lose this, you could have prevented this by not supering. That is really lucky that you won that. And a little bit of BM. Honestly, that's whatever. So Arbalist is up still. He's off to the left. You want to be careful taking these fights because, yeah, so say you know Cerberus is still in the game. You know Arbalist is still in the game. I don't know if the sniper guy is still in the game. That guy got tunnel visioned on the... That guy heard the gunshots. He got super tunnel visioned. Well, my voice. As I was saying, he got tunnel visioned. Like he heard the gunshots. He just, oh, I'm the third party. Now, what happens if you're third partying at the wrong time? You will die every time. So that's a perfect situation of third partying at the wrong time. Ooh, that's unlucky. So honestly, you probably have his game in the bag. I doubt anyone makes a comeback. You know that they were down there. Why do you know they were down there? Because Heavy was up. I don't know if he was crouching. I have to check the radar. No, you saw him on radar. You have to remember, people don't usually run straight away from Heavy unless they have a reason to. And right as that guy popped Heavy, a storm was popped. If I were him, I'd be scared too. I wouldn't be leaving the confines of this small room with a grenade launcher. So the fact that you just ran down here all willy-nilly, that's kind of your death. And like, even if the grenade launcher guy doesn't kill you, the storm might. Because he might hear this fight go on. And you just had the grenade launcher. And look, the storm is right there. Like at every level of the game, even if Heavy is already picked up, people are going to push the Heavy guy. Why? Because they want to get as much Heavy as possible. And especially on a map like Twilight Gap, people are not going to be using their primaries as much. They're sure at the higher levels just people using primaries, but at this level that I'm seeing, people are not going to be using their primaries. So it's good to know that everyone's going to have their shoddy out at almost all times.
3 minutes left. You're in the lead.
Not picking up special, I don't know why you're not doing that, but that's whatever. That's kind of just peer-to-peer with shoulder charge. Or hammer strike, that's whatever. Missing shots, can't do that, but you probably already know that. This guy is gone. Okay. Right here is it's a big point for me. Like, I know you've already said it, right? Yeah, you just burned it. Another thing, if you're using Thorn, you have to know the resilience of your opponents. Alrighty, so we're here on Twilight Gap, yeah? And a very big thing that I noticed right away. And honestly, he said that he doesn't want to do it, so he doesn't do it. But he says he doesn't want to rely on a glitch, that's fine. But it's good to know why people do it, right? So, in that clip, right, you saw him slide this corner and instantly just switch to his shotgun and start running at him. In this engagement, he slid up with his shotgun, realized that there's no one in range, so he had to switch to his hand cannon. Like, what's the issue with that, right? He got caught out when he wasn't supposed to. Like, he got caught out with his pounds down, and luckily he won the engagement. The thing is that he could have avoided it, right? So, if I'm going to go over the quick draw glitch again, but the thing is that if he does do the quick draw glitch, he can do things like this: slide, switch to a primary, start taking shots. What does that do? If he's close, he gets blasted, and if he's far, you have your hand cannon out, right? And it's the same thing here. He slid the corner, had his shotty out. Instead of, okay, let me just back up and switch weapons, he could have instantly swapped to his hand cannon, already be ADS'd, and taken the engagement way sooner. And I know that's being very nitpicky, right? Like, oh yeah, like, why should I learn the quick draw glitch? And first of all, it's less a glitch and more just a animation cancel. So if you don't like the concept of a glitch, just think of it as an animation cancel. But the main thing is it saves you, and it also helps you have the right weapon out at the right time. Because for example, because he splits corner with his hand cannon first. If he took a shot and that opponent, like if he missed, and his opponent instead of jumping away ran towards him, he could shoot two, switch the shotty, and then you're good, right? Actually, let me just put on quick draw on my felon just to see. Compared to if you push this normally, he took two shots, then you'd have to wait, or he'd probably just jump. But still, this is relatively faster, and you are definitely more accurate. Why? Because in the time he is pushing, you're putting primary shots in, and then instantly, like, look at that. Like, that's something that normal quick draw cannot do for you. You cannot put out shots that quickly, even if you have quick draw. Only things that can do that is Ophidian aspects, and you're on a hunter, so you don't have an option like Ophidian aspects. Like, you have lucky pants, sure, but that's only the opposite way. That goes from shutter to hand cannon, which honestly is still good. I mean, it's for if you miss a shot, you click and you can clean up. But a player of your caliber, if you really want to take it to the next step, you should learn how to do the quick draw glitch. Because it will save your ass, and it would also help you get a lot more kills way quicker. Why? Because even if your shotty tags them, you can instantly switch back to your hand cannon and vice versa. Right? Like, imagine, shot, shotty, shot. Like, if the shotgun didn't kill them, what's wrong with putting an extra shot down the lane? Like, you're already aiming there. So, I mean, sure, if you want to, like, jump shotty, I didn't mean to throw an age, but, like, you know what I mean? It's, and like he's already proven the point that he doesn't want to use glitches, which is fine. Like, if you have a quick draw shotty, you're gonna be like, why do I need to know the quick draw glitch? And that's a fair point. But people like me who don't have or who don't use quick draw shotties, or for people who want to play hyper aggro, it might just save your life. Because this, like, okay, I'm gonna compare ADS speeds for my hand cannon to my shotgun without and with the quick draw glitch. Okay, so this is without the quick draw glitch. There you go. And this is with the quick draw glitch. Actually, I'm gonna try and get ammo to prove a point. But the point I'm trying to make, right, is that even if you don't want to use a glitch, at least know it. That's with the quick draw glitch, and that's without the quick draw glitch. So you can probably realize that it is faster by a little bit. So my points to give to Vital there: 1, inspect players before every match. Obviously, when you're doing sixes, who cares, right? But in competitive situations or game modes like Rumble, Survival, and Trials especially, you want to know everything. If you're running Thorn, who has 6 Rezo? Does anybody have 6 Rezo? Things like that. And Teus is a huge thing in the meta right now. You do not want to be caught off guard by an Teus shoddy. Ophidian Aspects Warlocks will melee you from a hella far away. Or any of the Warlocks running Stormcaller Ophidian Aspects. Arc Web, so you know how to stick close to your team, you know. Things like that where if you get caught off guard, you might just lose the round or the game. Right? So, first thing, inspect the opponents. Please. Secondly, it's honestly not bad. This is a Rumble specific tip. Know the spawns. You spawned here right away. You know somebody's gonna spawn over there. Somebody's gonna spawn B. Somebody spawns down there outside party room. One person spawns back left or back right on the complete opposite side of the map. You should know that. I mean, honestly, you don't even have to play Rumble to know this. Why? Because, give or take, people are going to be close enough that they can take an engagement, but not close enough that they show up on radar. So, you can think that, yeah, that's a pretty good spot for a spawn, and you spawn here. Most likely, the people know, like, at higher levels, people will just bum rush this area. For that spawn and that spawn, they will be in a fight within the first 10 seconds. Because most people at higher level Rumble brackets know the spawns. And sure, they don't know it for spawn camping, but they do know for initial spawn. And that's kind of what gets you that push to get you ahead in the Rumble game. Because you have, the whole thing about Rumble is getting kills as fast as possible. You know, that's why shotties are so prevalent in Rumble. One and done. Take your shot and you're out. Third thing that I noticed, pop your super. Like, Arcstrider is super, like, you can do a lot of things in Arcstrider. And especially in Rumble, you do not want to be saving the super like this. Why? Because you can move all around the map a lot. And you can get a lot of kills with Arcstrider. And the most cool thing about Arcstrider is that if they pop a super on you, you can still counter that. You can win that fight with Arcstrider. So, this is a note for everybody who plays Rumble, but especially for Arcstrider hunters, do not save your super. Because in Rumble, the faster you pop your super is most likely... Because honestly, if you pop a super, it's a free kill, right? So, going back to the point of Rumble is just who can get the most kills the fastest. You want to be popping your super just to get those free kills. It'd also be scaring off people who might want to push you while you're weak. There's a lot of reasons to pop your super. And the final note is just to learn the quickdraw glitch. Like, I know, I've said this many times, he said he doesn't want to use glitches. That's fine. But at least in knowing it, and, like, for example, right? If you see someone's aping you in this direction, and your shot's like, hello, janky, you know, you're not having a good hand cannon shot today. What's stopping you from taking a shot, swap, and then back to your hand cannon, right? Things like that. Look, you're in a shoddy battle. Shoot, switch to the hand cannon. Yeah, like if you're weak, right? You're playing the box, you know? You're sliding out. If you slide out with your hand cannon, he's like right there, you're most likely dead, even with quick draw. And if you slide out and he's like all the way back there, you're too far. So, you know, knowing things like the quick draw glitch, you can slide out with your shotgun to cover close, and if they're not close, you can take the shot if you want, and then instantly switch to your hand. Like, look at how fast that is. Like, this is compared to normal Thorn, and this is quick draw Thorn. Like, can you imagine the power of having quick draw on a Thorn? And it's like things like that. Like, even though it has high handling, yeah, like it's still good to have. Like, think of it as having quick draw on every gun. So yeah, that's actually gonna be it. So that's gonna be the end of the video. As I said before, if you want to get your own VOD review, you can send it to quickdraw@gmail.com. Have a good day in it, wherever y'all are, and as always, peace out, y'all.